Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Alif Takhar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about Ontario Immigration Nomination Program, which is the most favorite PNP program for almost every candidate because Ontario is the most happening province, I would call it, for Canadian immigration. Last year, 13,000 odd people went to Canada through the PNP program of Ontario. So it is a big PNP program, and the province is lavish, and it is an awesome province of Canada. And everybody who moves to Canada, eventually he or she wants to move to Ontario or Toronto in particular, if we talk about that. So enough about Toronto, enough about Ontario, and let's jump on right on to the subject of this video, which is OINP EOI system. What is an EOI? I'm going to give you a brief description of the acronym. It's an expression of interest, and for many PNP programs, EOI is the submission process or registration process. For example, if you want to apply for a PNP, for a particular PNP, you have to submit an expression of interest. It is basically an expression of interest that you want to move to that province and you want to stay there and you want to contribute to their economy. All right. So EOI is a submission process. It does not mean an application. It is not an application. Application is something you submit after receiving a notification of interest. All right. So this is just an expression of interest. Now, OINP has introduced it. OINP has not announced a new stream or a new substream. They have only announced an EOI system for their existing streams and not all of those streams. So this video will be in three parts. Firstly, I'm going to talk about the new EOI system, what are the details, and which substreams will be getting affected by this EOI system. And then in the second part, I will talk about the HCP stream, Human Capital Priority Stream, and what is going to be the future for HCP. And is this EOI system is going to affect that HCP stream, because HCP is most of the people who are applying for Canadian immigration are looking for HCP PNP stream, right? So we will talk about HCP in detail in the second part. And the last part about the details, this EOI system, I mean, what are the points and how they're going to calculate your points, okay? So the first part, yes. EOI system is going to be affecting or influencing 5 substreams of OINP. First one is basically entrepreneur stream, which is for rich people. I mean, if you are rich and you have a net worth of at least 400,000 Canadian dollars, then you can find your eligibility for the entrepreneur stream. And there are 3 substreams of that entrepreneur stream. Okay. And secondly, I mean, these are the 3 substreams. The 4th substream is master's graduate, and the 5th and last substream is PhD graduates. Now, these 5 substreams were previously following first come, first serve protocol. Okay. Now, what OINP used to do was that they would announce that they will open their portal on that particular time, and everybody would sit right in front of their computers, and then they would start punching their keyboard on multiple systems and on multiple browsers to get into that application. Like many of you must have experienced the ICAS daily limit for ECA, and it is almost the same way, and people with highest internet speed would get in first, and they will be served first, which was some people argued that it was unfair for the people having lower internet or having lower computer knowledge. So it was unfair to those people. So now that protocol is out and EOI system is in. It is beneficial for OINP if you consider people having good computer skill, but they might not have a great profile. I mean, do you understand my point? You could be good with your computer and you could log in your application at the right time before the other people who might have a better profile than you. So it was not really the right approach that OINP was following, in my humble opinion. Okay, I'm just sharing my opinion. Don't catch me on that. Okay, and if you're getting value out of this video, do like this video. Yeah, because liking this video will help it rank better in YouTube. Okay, so whenever you watch a video of mine, obviously subscribing is the first thing, then liking and commenting is another way of supporting my channel. Okay, so I was talking about the purpose of introducing this EOI system. Now, the first come first serve protocol was not fair enough for everyone. So now this EOI system will bring out the best people. The people who would be having the highest score will be getting selected by OINP, not the people who were sitting in front of a computer and who had good command on computer. I mean, not those people only, but people having real good score will be getting an notification of interest in response to this new system launched. Okay, so master graduate program and PhD graduate program is for the people who studied in Ontario and who received their master's degree or PhD degree from Ontario, any university from Ontario. They could apply for these streams. Okay, and entrepreneur stream is for rich people, at least 400,000 Canadian dollars. And if you want to move to the Toronto GTA area, then 800,000 Canadian dollars should be your net worth. You can look on the OINP website to find out more information if you're rich, if you're that rich. Okay, so if you are rich at heart like me, then obviously human capital priority stream is what you would be looking out for. So the second part of this video, HCP is not influenced by this EOI system at this point in time. They might introduce EOI system for HCP as well, which I think they should. Why? Because many people who get a notification of interest from OINP do not really want to accept that notification of interest. Why? Because OINP always gives you a notification of interest 1 or 2 CRS below the last cutoff. So for example, if the last cutoff was 478, for example, I mean, and OINP will send you a notification of interest if your CRS is at 477. So you wouldn't want to accept Ontario, notification of interest if you have 477 CRS. This has happened. This has happened twice last year, which I have already made a video on that OINP conducted 2 blunders, and these were the blunders. Okay, so for that reason, I think that even human capital priority stream should have an EOI system, so that people who really want OINP PNP program, they apply for it, and not everybody who is close to the federal skilled worker cutoff. I mean, not everybody from that pool should be getting a notification of interest from Ontario if they don't want to apply for OINP. So they should be announcing EOI system for human capital priority stream soon. But for now, they only announced it for the streams which were portal based, which were first come first serve protocol based. So this is not affecting human capital priority stream. And for those of you who have not watched my complete synopsis video of OINP, HCP stream is basically, it conducts 2 kind of draws. First one is general draw, where they select 10 NOx occupations and they target those occupations. Then they set a CRS range and they would select people if they fall into these categories. Okay, that is the first type of draw for human capital priority stream. The second type is for is the tech draw. It is for the IT professionals, and IT professionals get quite many benefits when compared to the general draw, because the lowest ranked candidate has a CRS score of quite lower than the general draw in the same month. I mean, general draw cutoff is higher than the tech draw cutoff. Okay, so human capital priority stream is basically not getting affected by this EOI system. Okay, so yeah. Oh yes, the last part was where I would talk about the point system. What is actually the point system for the EOI for the 5 substreams? OINP has not yet announced anything for that, but obviously they would be considering your work experience in Ontario. They would be considering your work, your education in Ontario, and they would be considering your French points, your English points, like IELTS points, yes. And obviously they would have age brackets. But let's wait for the official OINP announcement, and I will make another video for that. This is Ali Iftikhar, and I'm signing off.